Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video of Salesforce interview questions. In this video, we'll be discussing a Salesforce interview question related to trigger, which was asked to one of my friend in one of a prominent company's interview. He was not able to answer that, but as I always say, don't be like that guy. Let me show you how it's done.
All right. So, what is our interview question for today? So, let's suppose a trigger scenario wherein the interviewer says that we have a business use case wherein whenever the sum of opportunities that are associated to an account is greater than $1 million, then update the description of the account to high value account, tread with caution. Okay. Also, the interviewer is expecting us to write a test class for this trigger. Along with it, they are just saying that for simplicity, let's just write the logic inside the trigger class itself and not to create another, uh, another class for it, right? So we have let's understand this now. We have an account and there are multiple opportunities that are associated to an account, right? That's all that we all know that. So an account can have multiple opportunities and there's a field called as amount on the opportunity. So whenever the sum of all these opportunities that are associated to an account is greater than 1 million, we need to update the description of the account saying that high value account, tread with caution, right? Let's get into it. Let's suppose we have this account called Burlington Textile, and we have right now two opportunities, one with the amount of $1 million and another is, I think, another $2.35 million, right? Or it's 235,000, right? So what we need to do is we have to update the description saying that it's a high value account, right? And you could say that we also have a field called as annual revenue, which basically calculates all the cumulative amount that is associated to an account. But for this interview, we can't use that, and we just have to make use of these two opportunities, right? So how will we do this? Let's go through the code once. Okay, so let's understand the trigger. The trigger is, of course, written on the opportunity because whenever it gets updated, we need to make sure that the account gets updated as well. And in this particular scenario, we have to consider all the events that we have. For example, insert, update, delete, and undelete, right? And so that's what the interviewer wanted actually. So let's consider firstly the insert and update scenario. Okay, so firstly, what we are doing is we have an opportunity ID set and we have an account ID set. And firstly, we are populating that. If the context of the trigger is update or is insert, then we are going through all the opportunities, right, that are in the instance variable of trigger.new. Okay, so and we are collecting all the account IDs. Next up, we are going through that account IDs and selecting all the opportunities that we have, and we have also a sum a variable. So in this one, we are just storing the opportunities amount that we have. Okay, and also we have a map. This map consists of ID and double. So which is the ID that we are using here? It's the account ID, and the double is nothing but the total amount that we have that gets calculated, right? This sum. Okay, so we are just populating it here. We are putting the opportunity dot account ID comma sum. Next, um, again, we are doing a query from opportunity where ID and the opportunity IDs, right? And we are firstly we are getting this opportunity amount map, right? If it is greater than the sum, like this sum, if it is greater than 1 million, then we are putting it into another map, which is this map. This is OPP map, that is ID comma opportunity. This ID is nothing but the account ID and opportunity is the record itself. So we are just putting the opportunity dot account ID comma OPP if it is greater than 1 million. If it is not, then that's a different scenario. We'll come to that later. Okay. In the end, we are just updating the accounts, right? We are just updating the accounts. So what we are doing, we are firstly creating a account list variable, which will store all the list of accounts that needs to be updated for bulk update, right? Then we are going through all the accounts that we have in the key set of OBP map that we just populated right now. And if the description is null, if it is already null, just then we are just assigning this statement that we got from the interviewer, that is high value account, tread with caution. If the account is not null, then we are concatenating the existing value with this high value account, tread with caution statement. So this is for concatenation, and in the end, we are just updating the account list, and that is all. I hope you got my point and understood this scenario, right? So, interviewer had a follow-up question that how will you remove the description if the sum is no longer greater than $1 million, right? This is to remove the description. In this case, what we'll do is we need to create another map that will store such opportunity, such accounts that have the amount less than $1 million, right? So for them, we need to remove that. So we'll just populate that here um, in the else part, which I left it for a reason. So we are just populating that with the, if it is not greater than $1 million, then we are populating this particular map. And in the end, we are going through that maps key set, that is the account IDs, right? So where ID in these account IDs. So we are just removing the description altogether and adding the accounts to another list to update them in the end. So yeah, that's all that you need to do. Okay, so what you need to do after this video is go on and write after delete and undelete. Okay, so I'll just give you a hint. So in this trigger context, that is update and is insert, we are using trigger.new. But when you delete it, right, after deletion, you will no longer have trigger.new instance variable. So you will have to go through trigger dot old instance variable. So what you need to do is just segregate out the account IDs based on this trigger dot old scenario for delete and undelete. Go figure it out. All right. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you understand this scenario. This is a very common scenario that gets asked repeatedly in multiple interviews. So try it out yourself, write the code yourself, and see the output for it. And if you need this code, by the way, you can just comment on this video asking for the code that we just discussed, and I'll provide it to you. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.